Hello, everybody. Welcome back for another strategies, tactics, and boosts video. And today we are going to talk about the Easter event opening and final round tracks. I hope that uh, I hope that we helped you with our last video and you made it to the opening round. You qualified uh, from that tricky qualifying ground with some rain, some high temperatures, and of course the safety cars that are back. Now we're going to see 8 tracks with not high temperatures, not too much rain. So it's going to be, as I said on Tuesday's video, on the first strategy video for this event, probably it's going to be a fairly easy opening and final round. Well, it's never easy, and you never know what will happen with safety cars, but it's better than having mixed conditions, weather changing all the time. So, yeah, probably it's better this way, but we'll see. We'll see. First of all, let's take a look at our 8 tracks. So, as you can see, we might have some high temperatures in Jeddah, but not too much, and I believe we can do it, at least with some boosting in our tire management, without needing to go for mediums. But okay, we'll talk about it when the time comes. We have rain in Netherlands, Zandvoort, some chances of rain, 7% only in Hungaroring. This 7% mostly means changes of weather. And then we have only dry races in Canada, Monza, Monaco, Miami, Abu Dhabi, and Jeddah. Okay, so let's get started. We have 8 tracks to discuss. Of course, Netherlands is one of the most, uh, let's say, straightforward strategy tracks. It's a one pit track, 4-3, 3-4, medium soft, soft medium, and that's it. Not much to say about this. Now, if it rains, bots, some of them will pit, not so many of them. Maybe a couple of them will pit in lap 4. Most of them will pit in lap 5. But now with Norris being boosted, I am seeing Norris going 6 laps with wets. Remember this and you will see it. 6 laps with wets, and yeah, he's going to go 6-1. That's it. So yeah, we're not going to think about what Norris is going to do. Okay, he's doing his thing. We are thinking that most of the bots are pitting in lap 5. So if we, especially if we are at the back of the grid, one of our drivers will go 3-4, our other driver will go 4-3, and we are perfect. Now, if we are in the middle and at the top of the grid, then we can go 4-3, both of them, or 4-3, and if we have a driver at the top 3, top 4, then we can go 5-2 with our top driver. And that's it. Okay, next one is Hungary with small chances of rain, but we're going to see strategies for a full wet race also. So here, if you saw last week's GP, my last live stream, I tried here 4-4, both softs, and you can go for 4 soft medium, maybe, with both my drivers. It works, but it needs to be a little bit refined and a little bit more rehearsed in order to be fully usable, and especially, as I say, against a real player. This is why I'm doing some tests, because if I get a real player, what am I going to do? That's what I'm thinking. So if it's not a real player, then okay, 5-3 medium soft, and maybe 3-5 soft medium, but I wouldn't go for it, only as a last resort. This is the fastest strategy: 4-4 soft medium, maybe soft, but okay, it's a little bit difficult to finish the race with softs here. Um, Against the real player, I would go for it 4-4 soft medium, and by the way, against a maxed out bot, I would also go like this with both my drivers, because we know that if something goes wrong, we need to have the softest and the fastest tires in order to catch up with the bot, with a maxed out bot. Okay, so now if it rains, bots will go 5-3, probably Norris 6-2, but we keep our strategies as always uh, for the rain. 4-4 when we are not at the top of the grid. If we are not at the top of the grid, we don't go 5 laps, we go 4-4. If we're at the top of the grid, we can go 4. Now, alternatively, if you are at the back or in the middle of the grid and you are afraid of stacking, then okay, instead of both drivers 4-4, you can go 3-5 and 4-4. It's doable, and you can go 5 laps with wet, so don't worry. And if we are at the top, then yes, 5-3 is the way to go for our top driver. Now, Canada, and yeah, this is a very good example. Canada is a very good example of adapting our strategy because we are afraid of a safety car in order to be safe from a safety car. Okay, for those of you that are at the back or in the middle of the grid, 5-3 hard soft or medium soft is a great strategy for your one driver, for your second driver, and for your first driver. 4-4 soft medium, or even medium medium. Now, we know that the fastest strategy here is 2 pits, all softs, 2-3-3 and 3-3-2. Okay, what do? We start both our drivers with softs. And if everything goes well, if it's not a real player, if it's an easy race, or even if it's a maxed out bot, but our top driver is P1 and he has created a big gap between his car and the second car, then we abandon this strategy and we go with this one. So if a safety car comes, we only have to think about our second driver and not this one. If a safety car comes, of course, after lap 4. Okay, so this is what I'm saying, that we have to adapt and we have to make decisions during the race now that the safety car is back. We want to do less pit stops, but not always. If we are up against a maxed out bot and he's pushing and we cannot create a gap from him, then we will stick to the plan 3-3-2. But if we have the luxury of a bigger gap, then we swap our strategies. Instead of 3-3-2, we go 4-4. That's it. And of course, don't forget, I told you on Tuesday, I'm telling you again, create a gap between your two drivers, because if a safety car comes, they need to be to have a gap between them, so we can pit them both if needed. Okay, so next one is Monza. Well, here we always go one of our drivers with one pit stop, either for hards or medium hard. So this driver is a little bit more secure from a safety car. If both your drivers are in the middle or in the back of the grid, go both of them with one pit stop and it will be a perfect race. Okay, if we are at the top, then we go two pits, and always remember that probably the middle stint here it's 2-3-3. Okay, we push here, we push the first two laps, so we have 0 power unit. This is why we go for softs in the middle stint, because we are not going to push at all. We're just going, we just want to recharge our power unit, and then with mediums we push for the last stint. Now, it can easily be done 3-3-2, medium, medium, soft, or soft, medium, soft. Even better. This is only if you have great tire management and maybe an easier opponent, because both first and second stint we will end up with in Parabolica without tires, and we will lose some time. So it's better to do this in an easier matchmaking. If it's a difficult one, then we can go soft, medium, soft. That's great. Okay, now Monaco. Monaco is a one pit strategy. Two pit strategy is a little bit slower, so we forgot about it. Now, and because it's a one pit strategy, everything depends on our tire management and what compounds we're going to use. We can go 5-3 hard soft, and soft hard, but we can go 4-4 medium medium. But if we have good tire management, then it's 5-3 medium soft and 4-4 soft medium. So strategies are the same, 5-3 and 4-4. The compound is only the difference, and it depends on your tire management, or if you're going to use something like, as you can see there, Frost or Char. Okay, Miami. Again, a very straightforward track. Here we cannot avoid two pits, so don't overthink it about what happens if a safety car comes. If a safety car comes, we'll decide on spot what we're going to do now. But Miami is a two-pit strategy. We can't go with another plan. So it's 2-2-3, soft, soft, medium, and medium, soft, soft probably. But I always like to go and with you guys that you don't have good tire management, go with mediums so you can push in the last stint. If you have good tire management or you boost your tire management, okay, medium, soft, soft. Next one is Abu Dhabi. yes, next one is Abu Dhabi, where again we have mixed strategies. One driver, one pit stop, the other one, two pit stops. Um, for those of you that have not good tire management and you're at the back of the grid mainly, then 4-4 with hards is a great choice. And 5-3 hard soft is an excellent choice too, because it makes you very aggressive in the last part of the race. Now, the best of it is 4-4 with mediums, but we need good tire management. And this comes basically when we have very good drivers. So probably we can go medium for both of them, or even if you can't go, use char and swap from hards to mediums. And not not just for me, but I believe to be objective, this is the fastest strategy for this track. One pit stop, mediums, 4-4. Now, for our second driver, we will probably go with two pit stops. Depending on the temperature here, we don't have, and the tire management, we might need to go 3 laps with mediums, but in this case, we don't have high temperatures, so all softs for you, 2-3-3 or 3-3-2. If one of your drivers go 4-4, then your second driver should go 3-3-2, and that's it. Okay, and last one is Jeddah with some chances of high temperature, but not too much, so we'll see. Not much to discuss here. Again, like Miami, it's a two-pit strategy, but instead of mediums, we use hards here. So it's 2-2-3, soft, soft, hard, and 3-2-2, hard, soft, soft, basically, but with the high temperatures or with some difficulties in tire management, it's better to go hard, soft, medium. It's up to you to decide. As I always like to say, these are things that we need to decide by ourselves. We need to know what our drivers are capable of in every track, so we can choose the right compound for every track. I can say to you, go for softs, but if you have bad tire management, it will be a disaster. You need to go with mediums. So, first of all, we need to learn our the abilities of our car and our drivers, and then decide which way we're going to go. Okay, so let's get back to our tracks to see them once again. So, Zandvoort with 66 chance percent, 66% chance of rain, Hungaroring 7% chance of rain, and then Montreal, Monza, Monaco, Miami, Abu Dhabi, and Jeddah with some high temperatures there. The 8 tracks we are racing this weekend. Okay, so we are back, and I hope that this video helped you, will help you for this weekend. We are one step closer to the end of the season, so let's try and get the best out of what we have managed to upgrade. It's now the time that our cars and our drivers are at the best level we could have them. So let's go and try for the best results. It's if I'm not mistaken, this and another 5 events, GPs, if I'm not mistaken. So I hope we will help you until the end of the season, and then we reset and we start back again. So go to the description of this video. You will find my Discord server. Now that the new season is coming, maybe I have something to share with you. So yeah, join, and you never know what you're going to learn about what's coming. And of course, you will find all the strategies for all our tracks. If you haven't done it, subscribe to the channel. Of course, smash the like button and come back for my next video, which is the 2 live streams of the weekend. So, best of luck to your racing weekend, and see you in my next video. Goodbye, everybody.